Now, welcome to our recap and discussion of yet another Wednesday Hasbro Fan First special
May the 4th
May the
edition.
4th Star Wars Day edition.
Woohoo!
Whatever you'd like
Star
to call
Wars
it. But
Day.
new reveals of Black Series Vintage Collection and some roleplay items as well.
And Retro Collection.
And Retro Collection,
Don't-
yeah.
don't
Which were
forget
cool.
the Retro.
I'm not going to forget that. The one thing I hate about the Retro Collection is that they had to put Retro Collection in huge lettering on the front of the
So
cards.
annoying, yeah.
I mean, I can understand they want to put it somewhere on the front because you don't want to try to fool somebody who would think this was a real vintage collection, but I don't know that it needs to be quite so big and bold.
Absolutely, absolutely. We will start off again with the Black Series line, is where we usually start.
Yes.
First up, we have Return of the Jedi Leia, Ewok Village. All right, they gave her her blaster and an Ewok spear.
I think it's the one that Wicket pokes at her.
Well, they said
Yeah.
specifically they gave her the Ewok spear because she held one in the Forces of Destiny series, and they used that as part of the reference material for her outfit as well.
That is a deep cut, as they say, for those who watched Forces of Destiny.
And she does look angry. You made a comment about that right away. You're like,
She looks very
angry.
angry. I don't know why she's got a very, almost like a scowl on her face, it looks
Kind of
like.
what it looked like. Yeah, it was
Very
weird.
mad to be dressed up like an Ewok princess here.
We also have, from The Mandalorian, the New Republic security droid.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean,
It's a nice little army builder,
yeah.
I guess.
Kinda, yeah.
So you can have the Mandalorian fight someone.
Yeah, because we don't have enough for him to fight already.
No.
I mean, it's fine. I don't know that's like my top choice from The Mandalorian to see,
Right.
but it's fine.
All right, those two figures are both available for pre-order tomorrow, May 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern, from Hasbro Pulse and most major retailers, and they hit the shelves spring 2023.
But how much? Did you notice no announcement of prices at
We
all
got
today?
no announcement of prices.
Not a single price announcement. No talk of plastic either.
No talk of plastic.
For those who don't know, supposedly Hasbro is they've said it. They're switching over to no clear plastic windows for any of their products, including Star Wars. But I've mentioned it now in the Legends. We've actually seen Legends. I think G.I. Joe, we've seen
mentioned
some
it,
of the products coming up that will be, I don't remember if they have it or we've seen them or not, but they've talked about that, but no mention of it here. Because, I mean, as we talked about in the video the other day, I think it kind of destroys the whole vintage collection. If you
Yes.
go no plastic bubbles on those cards. Just loses any and all interest for a lot of people. But anyway, let's move on.
Our next figure, we have Figrin Dan from the Modal Nodes, episode 4. He comes with 3 instruments. We saw him as a pipeline figure before.
Yep.
So, hooray!
Yeah, very cool. And then, yeah.
His pre-order is May 5th, 1 p.m. from Pulse and most major retailers. Shelf spring 2023. And he kind of goes along with the next reveal.
Only more than kind of, but yeah.
Yeah. We have Nala Cheel, also from the Modal Nodes, episode
With a lot
4.
more deluxe. They didn't say deluxe
They didn't
figure, but
say
it is a
deluxe.
deluxe figure. I'm sure a deluxe price tag as well.
And he comes with 3 other instruments that we see from the movie.
So you can have your whole band almost, because there are 7 members of the Modal Nodes,
Right.
technically.
He
Yeah.
pre-orders May 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern, Pulse only, shelf, fall 2022. So in order to get the whole band, you do need 7 figures.
Technically.
And they didn't reveal prices, but if Nala Cheel with all those really cool bigger drum pieces and stuff,
Probably 35.
if he's more expensive, get 6 Figrin Dans and 1 Nala Cheel and you've got a whole band.
Well, I mean, if you want the whole scene from A New Hope, you only need 6, because technically you do see 6, and there's one seated at the bar.
Yeah, getting a drink, I guess. He's on
Yeah,
his
he's
break.
like, he's on break. It's like, all right, you guys, too much for me. This
Yes.
soul.
But if you want the whole band, it's 7.
Yeah, technically. But I mean, if you just want, like I said, you want the display, that's 6. So if you figure you'd have to get one of the Cheel, which would be probably 35.
I would
we'll
guess that
say.
would be the more expensive
Well,
figure.
yeah.
It comes with bigger instruments, yeah.
And then the Figrin Dans will probably be 25 each. So doing a little math, if you just want what you see on screen, there's $160 for the whole band.
See, we're eventually going to put together a whole cantina because they did give you the cantina
did.
set piece.
Yeah, they gave you like half the bar.
Yeah, you could buy 2 of those and
I
have
know,
a
I
full
love
bar.
that they said it in the live stream actually, like when they released it or announced it, like you could buy 2 of these and just have the whole bar.
Yes,
Like,
you could have the whole
oh,
bar.
yeah.
You can set that up. We just need some tables, chairs, and
Yeah.
plenty of other places like Etsy. You can get
Yeah,
those
that's
chairs.
I
and-
almost think you're better off trying to go
tables
to Etsy to get more of these pieces than
Yeah.
trying to buy 2 bar pieces sets,
2
which
bar
you get
pieces.
extra figures. You don't need, extra Obi-Wans and Ponda Babas and Dr. Evazan, so
All right, let's move on to the last Black Series
Reveal, yeah.
From the prequels, we have the 187th Battalion Trooper, Mace's
Technically
group.
Clone Wars, but yeah, prequel time period. I know, I'm giving me that look like, why you gotta be so specific? Well, but no, I mean, another cool trooper, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they even talked about how they like getting the clone troopers out there, and I'm absolutely fine with it. I know it's reuse, and you could say, oh, they're just taking one mold and using it over and over.
Slapping paint on it, yeah.
Slapping paint on it, sure, but I am someone who loves troopers and army building, so I don't really have a problem with it. I can understand if people do.
Two of each of them at least, so you can have, the
Yeah.
Jedi with two of his troopers flanking him.
That's usually at least two for everyone. Though the
Yeah.
212th has been tricky because we haven't found any at Walgreens yet.
Speaking
And we
of,
only have one from the original 4-pack, where they had the 4-pack of clone troopers from a couple of years back.
well, you could always have the Jedi's huddling together talking and just a scattering of their troopers around them.
Yeah.
You
can do it however you want, yeah.
With an inconsistent number, which would make
Very
sense.
true, yeah.
Okay, so they didn't give a release date on this one, but I would keep an eye out for it tomorrow. Who knows? It's going to be available Walgreens, fan channels, and Pulse.
Good, yeah.
So you're not just going to be shoehorned into the Walgreens. I've been using that word a lot lately. Shelf date, fall 2022.
It was our only prequel era figure reveal, too, for Black Series.
Yes.
And what was, I guess I'll bring it up now, what was kind of interesting to note is they were kind of talking about how they were going through the eras of Star Wars, and they started original trilogy, they went prequel, we got some Mando, and that was it. It's almost as if they forgot there is technically another era of Star Wars that did not get a single reveal.
Well, it's okay. They also forgot the price of their items.
Well, at this point, I don't blame them because they don't want to remind fans how much these figures are going for. Because
Yes.
we already heard about another price hike on top of the other price hike from a few months back. So I'm assuming $24.99 for figures nowadays is pretty much standard.
All right.
But no, not to cut you off, but no sequel trilogy at all again.
No, but they did make a lot of those already. But
Did they? Compared, I mean, they even said how many Mandalorian figures were up to like 20-some figures in Mandalorian.
We didn't get anything from Rogue One or Solo either.
Well, sure, but Rogue One and Solo are not time periods of Star Wars. They're not a trilogy of films that,
No, you're right.
And I'm not trying to say anything either way. Maybe you're a huge fan of the sequels and it bothers you, or maybe you're not a fan of the sequels and you're kind of happy they're being ignored. But it is worth noting that not a thing. Anyway, let's move on. Vintage collection.
No, retro line.
We kind of talked about that, but yeah, I thought it was cool. I mean, I'm not.
We didn't talk about that at all yet.
Yeah, we talked about the retro figures at the very beginning.
We didn't talk about but that's the order they went in, not the order we're going in. We started with Black Series.
But we didn't mention them.
We mentioned that. We just briefly mentioned that there was something from the retro
And
line.
the cards and stuff.
The cards, yeah. So this is a retro pack. It is a New Hope figure pack box set, Kenner style, of course, with the retro line. It comes with the Stormtrooper, Vader, Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewbacca. The box is containing them all individually carded.
Which is cool, yeah.
Yeah, in the display one that they showed also looked to be an unpunched.
Yeah, they did look unpunched.
It was nice.
They went back because the original vintage, I mean, obviously the original vintage cards could come unpunched. You didn't usually find them that way because they're hanging on pegs. But then they did have the vintage collection when they came out were unpunched, and now they have them punched. So it's kind of cool to see them unpunched again.
Yeah, they're unpunched in this box.
Yeah.
They're going to be, there's weird availability with this one. Available May 25th at Disneyland Resort. So if you're at Celebration, you can easily go into one of the Disneyland Resort areas and buy them.
About that. Yeah, we will not be there to pick those up. No. But.
Or you can pre-order them May 26th at shopdisney.com or Pulse.
I mean, these are fine. I don't have too much either way on them. I prefer the cards would be kind of cleaner looking.
Yeah, they could have made the vintage logo smaller.
Yeah, the retro logo. But
yeah.
No, they're fine. I mean, it's kind of like the early bird package here. I mean, for those who don't know, when Star Wars first came out, there were no figures ready to go right away. And like that first Christmas, you basically got a little empty box saying, we're making figures and you'll get them eventually. So kind of an homage to that, I guess, here.
All right, let's move on to our vintage collection. We'll start out with the Clone Trooper 4-pack. You're getting 3 Phase 1 troopers with 1 clone lieutenant.
Cool. I think what would be optimal in a way is, I mean, even for them, is you could have, the sergeant, the lieutenant, a captain, and a commander, and you could order whatever pack you wanted. And then you would have people who would buy 4 packs of these just right out of the gate.
Absolutely.
But it's cool. I love these trooper packs. I wish they would do them for Black Series.
Right. Pre-order for that is May 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern. Pulse only. Shelf 2022. So sometime this year.
Sometime. Some of them are next year. I saw a lot of spring 2023.
There's a few spring 2023s. Not many, but
Okay.
yeah, some.
But no, love the Trooper packs.
Love them.
They're really cool.
They're excellent.
Just a brilliant idea, actually.
Moving into the next figure, Clone Wars, the 332nd Ahsoka Clone Trooper.
Another cool figure. I got
Absolutely.
several of these in the Black
The
Series
card we
version.
liked especially on this one.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we have from Clone Wars the Mandalorian Super Commandos Maul's Troopers.
Again, cool figures. We already have them in Black Series, which is nice. I have a couple of them.
Yeah, these are the ones without the horn heads, the hornless.
The horn.
Yeah.
Well, there's the Mando Loyalists, and then there's the horned
The
Super Commandos, and yeah.
Well, they called it the Super Commando, but it's a loyalist.
No, the Loyalists are the other ones.
Whatever. This is the one without the horns on the head. That's
Yeah,
all I
there's the
know.
blue and the red. Blue versus red.
All right, and from Episode 2, Anakin Skywalker. He was previously from the short run 3 3/4 Black Series line that was
I
like
remember
exclusive to
those.
Walmart.
Yep.
So they're actually going to give this one to you now on the vintage card back. He's still going to come with a robot hand.
Yeah, that's cool.
Great fun.
I always love to see when vintage cards get created. I love the vintage collection, even though I don't collect it as much as I would like to.
All 3 of these figures go on pre-order tomorrow, May 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern, from Pulse and most major retailers.
Again, everything released on one day, pre-orders at the same time.
They
You gotta love it.
They love it. And then they're like, your best bet is honestly to go to Pulse because you can obviously load your cart with all of them.
That's what they want you to do, I think.
I think so too. All right, so moving on, we still have 2 more figures from Vintage Collection here. We have the Gaming Greats, the Force Unleashed Stormtrooper Commander.
Yeah, a figure again that we got in Black Series already, and we liked the card on that one, right?
We did, and we liked that it actually said
Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed on the card.
Yeah,
Which
it
was
didn't.
nice.
Yeah, it didn't just say like expanded universe like they usually tend to say. It gave you the actually specific. Same with the next one on the list.
Yeah, the Gaming Greats Jedi Fallen Order Heavy Assault Trooper.
Yeah, again, it says Jedi Fallen Order on the card, which I thought was a nice little touch.
But
Even-
they're repaints.
Yeah, they are.
Just-
I mean, all the gaming greats are almost all of them are pretty much just straight repacks with a little
A lot
paint
of
or
them.
little extra accessories or just different.
Both of these pre-order again tomorrow, May 5th, 1 p.m. Eastern, from Pulse and shared fan channels. Shelf 2022 in the fall. Okay, I guess we'll move on to our role-playing line, which is what they like to call it.
Yeah,
First up, we saw Darth Vader's helmet.
very cool looking. Had to admit, I'm
Yeah.
usually not into the whole role playing line thing, but saw that and I'm like, no, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's got the
That's not
updated
bad.
deco with the red eye
Red eyes,
lenses.
yeah.
It looked, I mean, for something that's all black, I mean, you could tell you got the shininess of the outer helm, the more matte gunmetal-y
Yeah.
texturing that they did on the regular faceplate. They did update all of the noises on it because it is a role-playing item. You can wear it. You can take it apart, you can put it on. And what's cool is when you take it apart, they have airlock noises.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got to admit,
It was really
it was
neat.
nice. Again, no price tag given though.
Yeah, but there's a button on the front, so when your helmet is fully put together, you can hear Vader's breathing. And if you take off the outer helmet and the faceplate and leave the neck part, like
Yeah.
you would have seen in
Return of the
Return
Jedi.
of the Jedi,
yeah.
there is a labored breathing noise instead
Yeah.
of the regular breathing noise. So I'm like, that's a nice detail to throw in there.
No, I think it looked real. I was impressed. It looked really good. I just didn't see a price tag, so I'm really curious how much that one's going to cost.
Next, they have the Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber updated to better match the new show. It has all of the standard effects that they usually include with their lightsabers, but they added new ones. They added like a combat sequence effects. They also added sustained contact effects.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, they look nice. They come with these stands that look nice. Honestly, I would almost collect those if I didn't really like the Legacy Sabers, but the Legacy Sabers are so much more expensive.
Yeah, well, you get what you pay for, as they say.
Yep. All right, both of these pre-orders tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. Pulse, most major retailers. Shelf, spring 2023.
And that's all of it.
It's all of the regular stuff. All we have left are pipeline reveals.
That's right. We did have a couple of pipeline reveals. We had like 2 for Black
2 of
Series
them.
only.
Yep, 2 Black Series, both from The Mandalorian.
No sequel trilogy?
All right, first up we had the HK-87 droid.
Yay.
Yay.
It's kind of like the Republic droid. It's like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
I guess so.
And they have Luke Skywalker, which they made sure to say season 2.
Season 2 Mandalorian, as if...
You, Eagle Eyes, you missed him in season 1
hidden
somehow.
in season 1, yeah.
Or maybe he'll be in season 3.
Or maybe they're trying to be specific because they didn't want you to think it's
Luke
from
Skywalker
Book of Boba Fett version, even though it should be roughly the same, right? It's like days or weeks after.
Let's not think about that too hard.
No.
This way they can make a Book of Boba Fett Luke Skywalker.
Oh, don't give them that idea.
I don't have to give them that
No,
idea.
you're
He'll
right.
come with Grogu.
Because we don't have Grogu packed in with enough things already. And then he's getting his own figure, too, I think.
So that's it for our reveals from the Hasbro Pulse Fan First Wednesday, May the 4th.
Force
Be with
Awakens.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't revealed any
Anything.
Kenobi figures yet.
No.
Just those 2 role-playing items.
Yeah, and you could easily do like a Grand Inquisitor or a Reva or something, even an Uncle Owen. Why not at this point?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Get Owen and Beru, younger Owen and Beru, and then you can get older Owen and Beru.
I want skeleton.
Yeah, and then you can go, cooked Owen and Beru.
Perfect.
That completes the collection. And then you need young Episode 2 Owen and Beru. Okay, maybe we
You're
don't.
going way
maybe
too far.
we don't need that
way
much.
too far.
But no, I think decent reveals today, especially when you consider they probably will have reveals at Celebration and probably Kenobi reveals. So
Oh my gosh, I love that they made a huge deal. Like, hey everyone, surprise! We're gonna reveal. We'll be at Celebration. I was
Yeah.
like,
we knew that
a
week
while ago
yeah.
because Star Wars put the schedule up and you guys were on it.
Yeah. I mean, just to wrap it up, but I did think their presentation was a little better. They didn't feel like they were in a closet this time, like at the last one. They were like,
gave
we
them
got
a
our
bigger
new
room
studio. And
today.
like, you guys look like you're in my closet. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, like new studio. But it looked better, it looked nicer. They still kind of, not that I can complain, but they still kind of filibuster a little and
A lot.
take a long time to kind of get to the point sometimes. But I think they do a fine job.
It's like, we're here for the figures. Give us the figures. And they're like, let's talk about other stuff.
Yeah,
Look
but
at
I mean, they're not like PR.
bring your
They're
joy to work day.
they're actually the designers. So I give them slack.
Yeah.
I think they do a good job.
They
for
do, they do.
Yeah, I don't want to rip on them or their closet, but no, I think it was a good show all around. All
All right, wrap it up there.
Yeah, that's all we've got for you this time. So take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of these reveals. Are you happy? Are you not happy? And until next time, thanks for watching.